Have you been in a relationship or in a relationship? Do you just say, oh, I love you, and it ends there? Or do you think of the person and you're like, I need to get this person this thing without them asking for it? Now imagine the person asking for it. What are you going to do? Are you going to just say, I'm not going to, even though you have the means to? Every content that's going to be shared on this channel, they are things you can relate to. Not theory, but practical. Not abstract, but something you and I can tangibly work with in our everyday life. So today I want to talk about love is sacrificial, relating it to why do we pay tithe. There's been a lot of conversations on giving tithe and whatnot, and I know that people still have different opinions on this, but I want to share why I do this and also relating it to a chapter in the Bible I came across recently. So I was reading the book of Nehemiah, specifically chapter 10, and I saw how the children of Israel gave tithe on virtually everything. Their land, their crops, everything. And further down in the chapter, I also saw that they gave to the temple. Having read this, they're already paying tithe 1/10 on virtually everything they have. Yet, they still paid 1/8 to the temple. So you would say that they were just giving and giving back to the Lord as much as possible, consistently. And it was like a challenge to me. And that was also what spurred my thoughts and reflections on people that are struggling to pay tithe. Just trying to get to the root of it. And then I want to paint a scenario to you, just in case you're part of the people struggling to pay tithe. Have you been in a relationship or in a relationship? Do you just say, oh, I love you, and it ends there? Or do you think of the person and you're like, I need to get this person this thing without them asking for it? Now imagine the person asking for it. What are you going to do? Are you going to just say, I'm not going to, even though you have the means to? Now flip the table back to the subject of paying tithe. 1/10, 1/10 of what you have. So it's barest minimum, in my opinion, of what we can give to the Lord. And many people, I also can attest to how paying tithe has changed my perception, changed my way of dealing with the things of God, and also just seeing that God is my source at the end of it. He is always that source. So why can't my resources flow back to Him? I'll leave you with that question. Why can't your resources flow back to Him? Why are you struggling with that? So I'm going to share 2 reasons why I pay my tithe. The first is I grew up in a family where paying tithes, giving offering has been part of our DNA. My mom specifically nurtured this part in me, that even when I was in children's church, my early years being in primary school, and I remember whenever there's a pledge in church, that I will go to my mom and tell her that, yeah, I pledge this amount. Sometimes she's like, you should ask me first. But I can't remember I'd ever declining whenever I bring those pledges to her. She's going to fund it. Bless her heart. And the second reason why I also pay my tithe is I've come to experience God for myself. So yes, I grew up in that environment. I could have chosen to not when I left the house, and I'm no longer there with my mom 24/7. But I've come to experience God myself, and I just know that giving back to the Lord is not a loss. My resources and everything I have initially and always comes from the Lord. Yes, there are channels, people, the firm, the company, everywhere, or means that these resources came to me in the first place, but the source remains God. And there's so many things the Lord is doing for you and I. I was also just reflecting further on how God does miraculous things for us on a daily basis. And if we were to calculate every single thing the Lord is doing for us, you would realize that you owe God. Yeah, and that 1/10 if you think deeply about it, you realize that one thing shouldn't even be a bother to you at all, because the Lord is doing tremendous and amazing things in your life. 2 examples I want to give you. Imagine if you had to hire a bodyguard that had to stay with you every single time, 24/7. How much are you going to be paying the person? But here you are with a God that never sleeps or slumber and is watching over you. And so you're going out, you're coming back, everything is fine. The Lord is doing that for you. So yes, the second example is the oxygen we breathe. And imagine if you had to pay for it, and now calculate it with the number of years you are right now. For example, if you are 29 or 30, now multiply it by the amount. That's a whole lot. But the Lord has given unto you and I that flow consistently without taking a dime from us. Think about it again. 1/10 is the least that you can ever give back to God. And I just want to challenge you listening to this, that go beyond your head, go beyond the calculations, and just see that God is doing amazing things in my life. I should give back to Him. Love is sacrificial. It spurs your heart to give. And if we say that we love God genuinely, then giving should be part of our DNA and part of what we do to enhance the kingdom of God here on earth. So I just pray over you that your heart is open up to the truth, and this truth sets you free, sets your mind free. In Jesus' name. See you in my next video, Love and Light. Have a wonderful week.